Hi, everybody. This is your announcement for Philosophy 101, Introduction to the Art of Wondering, for the week of January 27th, which is actually the second week of our semester. Hi, everybody. I'm meeting you for the first time, or you're meeting me face to face here. And I apologize for not being able to do that Wednesday on the first day of class. I really was feeling pretty bad, and I'm still trying to get over this thing, but I'm in much better shape today than I was on Wednesday. So I'm your professor. I'm Kim Lopez Gallagher, and I love teaching this class. It's always fun for me, and so I hope you enjoy it this semester. Thank you for taking Philosophy 101. Okay, so I am using a technology called Screencast-O-Matic that allows me to share my screen with you. And so in a minute, I'll be showing you what we're doing in our class. But I want to let you know that it's very important to watch my announcements. And every week I will post a video announcement, unless I'm sick again, but in which case I'll write you something. But you're always going to have an announcement from me every week, and usually I will drop those on, excuse me, early Monday mornings. I usually set them to drop like midnight on Monday mornings. So the first thing you want to do then when you go into our class is to watch my announcement. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing my screen so you can see how to move through our class. Okay, so this is our homepage, okay, for Philosophy 101. This is what my homepage looks like. It's a little bit different from yours, but not too much. So the first thing you'll want to do is watch my announcement, and those will always be right here at the top. Okay, and I have it set so that I think the last 2 weeks announcements will be there. Okay, so then what you want to do is to start working on our modules. So for example, this coming week, we are starting module 1. Okay, so you want to go over here to this menu and here to modules, and that's where you want to start every time you work in this class. Okay, do not just go over here and start clicking on assignments. Okay, so that's very important because there's a lot of material that you need before you even start thinking about doing this stuff. Okay, and I can see people already working, and I will be working on grading your introduction discussion this week. So going back here to our menu, click on modules. Okay, and there's the Start Here module. Okay, so this is where, make this your home page, well, I shouldn't say home page, your home base. Okay, this is where you work out of for our class. So this is the Start Here module, which all of you have gone through. You've read through the syllabus. I think most of you have posted your introduction discussion. That's due tonight. As I record this, I record these videos on Sundays. Take the quiz, and then, if you have any questions or you want to just talk about stuff, you can go here to the coffee shop, which is just sort of a free discussion forum, and I will pay attention to what's going on in here. Okay, so this week we start Module 1, which is what is philosophy, what is a philosophical question, and what is the value of philosophy. So then you go to, and you start right with the first page in the module. Module 1, Overview and Objectives. And this gives you everything you need to know in order to complete this module and every module. So you always want to go to the Overview and Objectives page. And I always have sort of fun little images here that you can look at that I've carefully chosen. And I give you a brief introduction to what's going on in this module. I tell you how long the module is. And I also tell you how to work in this module. Okay. And also, and if you want to print out this page, to kind of help you keep track of where you're at, I have that available here. You can just download it and print it out. It's a Word document. Okay, so the course objectives that are supported are listed here. And then there are module objectives. Okay, so for this module, we're going to, 1, describe the attributes of a philosophical question in an exercise. 2, we're going to discuss and evaluate the value of philosophy to human existence in a class discussion. And 3, identify the main points of the philosophical theories presented by Bertrand Russell and Yvette Das on a self-check quiz. Okay, then I list out all of your learning activities. Okay, so first you're going to watch this video commentary, What is Philosophy? And that's just, I have made some sort of short lectures. So you need to watch that. That's required. Everything's required here. Okay, nothing's optional. And then you're going to read this from the website from the University of Florida, What is Philosophy? Just talks about, what is philosophy? Really important question. And then you're going to watch, I have a second video commentary. We're kind of doing a lot this first module, but it's all good. It's all tied together, called The Value of Philosophy. And this is where I talk about the readings that you're going to complete for this week. Okay, so, and you have 2 readings. Okay, the first one is a very short essay by Yvette Das, which you can actually listen to her reading, which is called Finding Equality Through Logic. And it's just her kind of talking about how she discovered philosophy and what it's meant to her. Okay, very, very easy, very nice little essay there. Now, Bertrand Russell is kind of our first philosopher that we are looking at here and that we'll study. And so this is just a little video of him talking to future generations. So it's just a little 3-minute snippet of an interview that he did in the 1950s. And it's very, very poignant. And then you're going to read something by Bertrand Russell, which is titled The Value of Philosophy. Okay, so this reading, The Value of Philosophy, is a fairly dense reading. It's not horribly long, but it's written like a philosophical reading. Okay, so give yourself lots of time to read this, and I highly recommend that you read everything that we do in this class twice. Okay, so then after you do all that, you go on to your assessments. Okay, so you're going to do a short exercise that I have here called What is a Philosophical Question? Where you just answer some questions. You complete the self-check quiz on the readings on Das and Russell. And so the self-check quiz is just a chance for you to kind of test what you've read and how well you comprehend it. You can take it twice. We will keep the highest score, okay, for your grade. And then there is a discussion. Okay, so you want to read through all this stuff so you know what it is that you're doing. Okay, so then you progress through the module by clicking Next. Excuse me. Okay, so this is where you find everything that you need. I know I just said that, but this is where you actually find the videos and the readings and all the materials that you need for the module. Okay, so I just kind of reiterate everything, the objectives that I said before. Here's the money part. Okay, this is your materials. All right, so here's my video commentary. You want to watch that. It's not too long. None of my video commentaries are very long. And then you're going to read this. This is a link out to the University of Florida, What is Philosophy, their essay. Okay, so you want to do that. And then this is your exercise. It is linked here, but you can also access it by just clicking Next, which is probably a better way to go. And then part 2 of our module, so I kind of divided up into 2 modules, not 2 modules, but 2 parts. Part 1 is what is philosophy, what is a philosophical question, and then part 2 is the value of philosophy. Okay, so here's more of my video commentary. I divided it up into 2 parts. And in this, let me just go. In this, I'm talking to you about Bertrand Russell's reading and just kind of helping to explain what he's saying. Okay, so I think watching my lectures, which is required, it's part of your assignment, it will help you to understand the reading. Okay, so very important. Then you're ready to read and listen to Yvette Doss, Finding Equality Through Logic, and then you're ready to read Bertrand Russell's The Value of Philosophy. Okay, so all of these link out to websites where you'll read, excuse me, the material online. Okay, and then this is the wonderful little snippet of Bertrand Russell speaking to us. He's the only philosopher we'll study that I guess lived during the 20th. Well, I take that back. Jean-Paul Sartre also lived during the 20th century, but he's the only one who has a video on YouTube. Okay, so um, that's a nice, I think a nice way to wind up the module. Okay, then you've got your self-check quiz and your discussion. Okay, so then you click next, and it takes you to your exercise, okay, that module 1 exercise. So you complete that. You're going to answer these questions. You can do that in, I think it's a file upload. And then this is the rubric, okay? This is what I will be grading you on. Always look at these rubrics before you submit anything in this class. Okay, so when you finish that, go to next. And there's your self-check quiz. All right, that is due, excuse me, January 29th. Okay, there's no late work in our class, so just so you know. And then here is your first discussion, and I can see students have already started working on that, which is great. Okay, so read the instructions for the discussion, and here are your questions. So make sure you follow these instructions. One of the important things is you have to post your initial reply 48 hours before the final due date. Okay, so the final due date for this discussion is February 2nd, which is next Sunday. So that means by Friday, the 31st, you must have posted your responses to these questions. Okay? All right, I'm going to come back here. Okay, so that's a lot. My announcements will not be this long every week, but so don't worry. Listen, if you have any questions or you need clarification on anything, the most important thing you can do for yourself is to contact me. Okay, I am here to help you. And I will get back to you as soon as I can. Definitely no more than 48 hours after you send me a message. Usually it's sooner than that. Okay, so communication is really the key to your success here. All right, so that's what we're doing for this week. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's I guess we're diving in. Okay, we're diving into the material and really just talking about what is philosophy and why study philosophy. It's not something that makes people a lot of money unless you become famous for it. But it certainly has value. And so I hope that you can see the value in studying philosophy and thinking philosophically. Okay, I'm excited to teach this class, and I'm happy and excited to meet all of you online. And I'm going to end this announcement here because it's too long, and you might be tired of watching. Okay, I will see you again next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.